You might recall from a dev blog some months ago about the territory system that we've been developing for Slough Creek, when you have to establish a territory and then maintain it while you're raising your pups. So that involved a lot of improvement to the territory system, which you can see in a very basic way in the Amethyst map single player mode. And now we're bringing it back to Amethyst to be the main multiplayer mode in that map. So there'll be several ways to claim and maintain territory. Marking, of course, is the main method, raised leg urination to mark terrain with urine. And to make this a bit easier as well as more realistic, we've incorporated the idea of scent posts, which are kind of regular landmarks of scent that wolves establish and maintain. Other wolves may try to overmark it to take that claim away from them. Certainly things that you see dogs doing out in your neighborhood. And so the idea is that you mark a few times in the same spot to establish a scent post, to convert a regular marking to a scent post, which is this large symbol in scent view. And then you can return to it periodically going forward to boost its strength up to 100%, and then visit it every couple days or every week to reinforce your claim on it. So that's often the most efficient way to claim a territory, but just your presence in a territory section or hex also does have an impact, slowly boosts your claim. What else? Let's see. By howling, you can strengthen your entire territory, as far as your voice can be heard, kilometers away. Also, if you win a fight with stranger wolves, like in this video we showed last week, we chased those wolves away, and they lost enough strength of this hex to lose it completely, and we claimed it just from winning the fight. You also get a boost if you kill a stranger wolf or kill some prey. So there are various ways you can claim and maintain territory. Your claim on any given territory hex is much slower to decay than in the old game, because you want this to be an important thing to do, but not highly stressful that you have to keep doing it. And it's also obviously a much larger area than those little pie slices in the old game. So we've been testing this over the past few weeks in multiplayer, and we found that the balance was way off. It's just much too easy to gain territory. We've got some calibration adjustments depending on how many players are in, but it was still really easy. So we've been refining the system, tuning it, fixing a number of bugs in terms of how different claiming methods work. And even so, we found it was too easy, and then finally realized it was too easy because we had initially tuned it. Tommi had done a lot of work on tuning months ago for Slough Creek, because that's single player and you've got pups to raise. You don't have time to spend doing a lot of territory work. So in Amethyst, when you don't have pups to raise, you have a lot more free time to go around and mark territory. So we've been tuning it both for multiplayer and for this situation where you don't have to hunt and care for those little pups. So it's getting close. It's much better now. We want it to be a challenge, something players have to keep working at to maintain their territory claim. But of course, the bigger your claim is, the more hunting grounds you have that are safe from intrusion by stranger wolves, but the more hexes you have to maintain too. So it's more work. So you can kind of calibrate how big of a challenge you want to take off. Do you want to have sort of the smallest territory necessary to have a couple elk herds in there to hunt, or do you want to go big and really take on a bigger challenge? Now, this territory mode is designed for players acting as a single pack, working together, not always together in space. Some might venture off to do some hunting or some territory work on their own, but cooperating together. But we know that some people do like to play in multiplayer as loners or maybe in smaller packs. Tommi, our lead developer, has been talking with players on Discord and Steam about how role players like to play WolfQuest. And we've identified a number of things that we can do in the game to support that kind of gameplay. Some of those we can do pretty quickly and easily, and will be in early versions of multiplayer. Some of them are much more involved for us, and so they're on our wish list that we hope to get to at some point. So all this testing and tuning obviously requires a lot of time playing the game, and we're extremely grateful to our little core of beta testers who have been logging all that time and helping us out so much, getting it ready so when we do go into public beta testing, it's in pretty good shape. And especially thanks to our beta testers Loach and Sass, who've put in tons of time and have also discovered that when you've got a player behind each wolf, you can get some pretty nice screenshots.